Yo, 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 yo. How was everybody doing? Welcome back to a brand new video on the Wrestling Takeover podcast. We got Clash in Italy this weekend, taking place on a Sunday morning, which is interesting. But I got your official preview and predictions on what I think is going to happen on the show. So stay tuned. Let's drop that intro. And let's get to work talking all things WWE.
Welcome to!
You're listening to the Wrestling Takeover.
What is your name?
With your host, Jordan Turner, who's always gonna keep it real.
Come on, King!
Inside and outside the ring.
Let me make myself clear. He's got the fans behind him, King.
It's time to take over, King.
Are you ready? He's all fired up now, King. The Takeover.
Let's go.
Let's get it going, man. How are y'all doing? Welcome, everybody, to the Wrestling Takeover podcast, the most creative, honest, respected, and just downright fun wrestling WWE podcast, man. How are y'all doing? Welcome back. We got WWE Clash in Italy this weekend. Not gonna lie, the card looks pretty stacked. Now, I'm recording this before Monday Night Raw tonight, which you guys are going to be listening to this on Tuesday. So we don't know what other matches are going to be added, but I decided, you know what, come up here and give you guys my official thoughts and opinions of WWE Clash in Italy. The card looks pretty stacked. We got Cody Rhodes and Gunther. We got Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. We got Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi, Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill, and Becky Lynch and Sol Ruka. Outside of Becky Lynch and Sol Ruka, have you noticed the pattern that all of these other matches are part twos? It's interesting. I'm really fascinated to see how this card is going to be completed in terms of the lineup. What's going to start what's going to start the show? What's going to end the show? And to be honest with you, this is how I would do it in terms of the lineup, in terms of what starts the show. And what's the second match, the third match, the fourth, and then the main event. I would honestly start the show. And I'm being honest with y'all. I would start the show with Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. Let me explain. Roman Reigns is either the opening or the closing. Period. No in between. Knowing WWE, Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu will be the main event of Clash in Italy, unless they already announced that Cody and Gunther are going to main event. Because we know that Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns got egos. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes do not like each other. One of these matches needs to kick off Clash in Italy. That's all I'm going to say. And to be honest with you, I think Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu opening Clash in Italy. This is how I'm feeling. This is how I feel when it comes to, you got to start the show off with a bang. You got to start off the show hot. Not no match that's going to drag. I don't think any of these matches, by the way, are going to drag. We got star-studded matches on this show. This can potentially be, WWE Clash in Italy could potentially be better than WrestleMania. It could potentially be the best WWE pay-per-view of the year. I just want to say that and let y'all know how I'm feeling on that situation. The potential is there. Okay? But I will start with Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. Start the show off hot. Start the show with the fans being emotionally invested. They're emotionally invested in Roman Reigns. They're emotionally invested in Jacob Fatu. Now, here's how I'm feeling about Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu, since we're going to start there. I don't know how you guys are feeling about this. You know, Roman Reigns, when he won the World Heavyweight Championship, which after he won the Royal Rumble, I immediately knew he was going to win a World Championship. Immediately. And when he did at WrestleMania, I'm saying to myself, yo, I want Roman Reigns to win by himself. I want Roman Reigns to win clean. I don't want Roman Reigns to cheat. Come to find out, if wrestling one-on-one, Roman Reigns did cheat to retain the title against Jacob Fatu. Y'all remember that one, right? I forgot what pay-per-view it was, but y'all remember that. Roman Reigns cheated to beat Jacob Fatu. Now we're in Bloodline Rules match. Anything goes. I'm going to keep it all the way 100. I do not want the Usos to get involved here. I want Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. One-on-one. No interference. No nothing. But this is a Bloodline Rules match. Anything goes. So we could potentially see interference from the Usos. Now, again, the Usos are talking about, and this whole little thing with Roman Reigns and the Usos is very simple. They want, he being Roman Reigns, he wants his family to be involved in the decisions. Because before, Roman Reigns, narcissistic, egotistical, he will hear his family out, but do the complete opposite of what they want. Or he just wouldn't even listen to them. Now, this is a new version of Roman Reigns. This is a new version of the head of the table. This is the new version of OTC. You feel me? He's taking his family's opinions into consideration. The Usos did not come out when Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu first faced off. Do I feel that they're going to come out here? Yeah, the potential of them actually coming out, yes, I can see it. But what if it's not the Usos who come out? What if it's Zella Fatu, who helps aid Roman Reigns in beating Jacob Fatu? Or what if it's The Rock coming out and assisting Roman Reigns? Or we can get Jacob Fatu shocking the world. Jacob Fatu winning the championship. And we get The Rock coming out, very disappointed in Roman Reigns. Talking trash, just disappointed. And we begin that tease, that 1 year build with Roman Reigns and The Rock for WrestleMania next year in Saudi Arabia. Or maybe I'm blowing smoke. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. Y'all are probably thinking, cap, that's not happening. Okay. Maybe it might not happen. But we gotta talk about every possible scenario, man. I'm not doing my job if I don't bring up every possible scenario to the table. Roman Reigns can win clean. Jacob Fatu can win clean. Roman Reigns can cheat and retain the title. Jacob Fatu can cheat. They can get help from interference from somebody or multiple people. I'm going with Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns is going to retain the title. I don't see Roman Reigns not going into SummerSlam as the world champ. So my prediction is Roman Reigns. Now, how does he win this match? I would have Roman Reigns win clean. If I had to pen, and I was on the creative team, which I wish I was. Y'all need help, respectfully. Especially SmackDown. If I was on the creative team, I would have Roman Reigns go into SummerSlam as the World Heavyweight Champion. Now, here's the thing. This is where we're really going to get into the aftermath of Clash in Italy, specifically from this match. What is next? Jacob Fatu, if he loses this match, what's next for him? Who is next up to challenge Roman Reigns? Seth Rollins, Obafemi, Braun Breaker, those are the names that I'm hearing. And I do believe he will face one of these people at SummerSlam. Bronson Reed's rumored to be coming back. Maybe we get Bronson Reed next with Roman Reigns. It's possible. It's possible. It makes sense. So maybe after Roman Reigns gets done with Jacob Fatu, we get Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed. Just for a little bit until we get to SummerSlam. And then Roman Reigns will either face Seth Rollins or Obafemi or even a Braun Breaker. One of those three men he will face at SummerSlam. Now, plans can change. WWE can shock the world and say, you know what? We're going to have Jacob Fatu win the World Championship. It doesn't matter if Jacob Fatu wins or if Roman Reigns wins and retains the title. What is the plan for the aftermath? That's all I care about. What is going to bleed us into the next couple weeks of WWE TV? Again, my prediction, like I said earlier, I'm going with Roman Reigns, though. I think Roman Reigns is going to retain. Next up, let's go to Cody Rhodes and Gunther. Now, this would obviously be the main event if I was in charge. All right. The opener would be Roman Reigns. The second match would be Becky Lynch and Sol Ruca. The third match would be Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill. And the co-main event would be Brock Lesnar and Obafemi. That's how I would book Clash in Italy. And that's the lineup that I would do. So again, my lineup will be the opener is Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. The second match is Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca. The third match is Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. The fourth match is the co-main event and Brock Lesnar and Obafemi. And then the main event is Gunther and Cody Rhodes. We have 4 champions defending their crown. I'm going to be as transparent, real, raw, and authentic. We need a title change. One of these champions need to drop the title. Now, what makes sense? What makes sense? To be honest, I want 2 of these champions to drop the title. I'll go over that when I get to their matches. But the card, like I said, looks really promising. I don't know if they're going to add another match. Who knows? We'll see. But Roman Reigns, that's my prediction. The next match that I'm going to talk about is Cody Rhodes and Gunther, which I believe this will be main eventing the show. I'm doing a title change. Let me explain. And let me keep it all the way 100 with y'all, man. Let me keep it a buck with y'all, okay? If you guys are not familiar with what I do, and you guys are not familiar with my views, my opinions on WWE, I have been talking about how Cody Rhodes' character is boring, bland, non-interesting. He's not exciting as the champion. I want to make something perfectly clear. This is not Cody Rhodes' fault. This is the writing's fault. This is Triple H's fault. Do your fucking job and do it well, please. They're not doing it well. Now, the match with Gunther and Cody Rhodes, I'm for it. Cody Rhodes does not have an adequate opponent. So they brought in somebody from Monday Night Raw, that being Gunther. Gunther is not going to do all this just to lose. That just would not make any sense. The favor for Paul Heyman, from Paul Heyman to Gunther, was a WWE Championship opportunity. He was granted that. This man's not going to lose. He should not lose. And he better not lose. I'll tell you that right now. Unless Randy Orton is going to come back and they are going to book Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton in the near future, and Randy is the man to take the title off of Cody Rhodes, Gunther needs to win this title. SummerSlam. It's a couple months away. It's coming pretty close. The plan. This is just me. Again, if I had the pen, and it will all make sense. I would do Cody Rhodes versus Gunther versus Randy Orton in a triple threat match. Either Gunther or Randy Orton is the champion. Randy Orton and Gunther got history. Cody Rhodes and Gunther now got history. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, well documented. I think the perfect opportunity to take the title off of Cody Rhodes is this weekend. Randy Orton, I believe, will be back. And like I said, Randy Orton has a history with Gunther. I would focus on booking that triple threat match at SummerSlam We get Gunther, Orton, Cody, Orton. Maybe another Gunther and Cody match. Those three need to be a pivotal part in the WWE Championship race heading into SummerSlam. I'm for it. Listen, y'all got to understand something. I don't just talk. I don't just blow smoke. When it comes to pitching ideas, obviously, I love every idea that I pitch. I understand there's going to be people who disagree. That's totally fine. But y'all can't take away from my ideas making sense. There's value in my ideas. Y'all might not like them, but they make sense. This makes sense. You need to take the title off of Cody Rhodes. He has not done nothing with the championship. It is not his fault. It's clear maybe WWE is waiting Randy Orton to get back, and they might do Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton later on. Gunther cannot be a pit stop. And no, respectfully, let me get this out of the way. Now, listen, this would make sense, and it would lead into the triple threat potentially at SummerSlam. Cool. But for WWE to do that match in the ideal situation of what I'm about to say, it's going to piss me off. It's going to be like, yo, why did you even book this match in the beginning? I don't like when WWE does this. So what I'm trying to say is this match with Cody Rhodes and Gunther ends in a DQ. Bruh, why'd you book the match in the first place if it's going to end in a DQ? I don't understand that. I just can't comprehend in my mind why you would book that type of thing. Is it going to make Cody Rhodes look strong? Sure. Gunther strong? Sure. But bruh, you're a creative writer. Be creative. Wiggle your way out of things. You could have done a last man standing match. Cody Rhodes could have lost, but made to look somewhat strong. He rises up. He's bleeding. And then he suddenly falls back down. You get the 10 count. Gunther wins. But Cody tried. He tried to prevail. The champion was too bloody. He was hurt. He was damaged. He couldn't get back up. Gunther wins and wins the title that way. And then you weave Randy Orton right into the story because the history with Gunther and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes wants his rematch. Triple threat, SummerSlam for the WWE Championship. You could do it that way. My prediction, I'm going with Gunther. I feel Gunther needs to win this championship. You did the Paul Heyman favor, all of this other stuff, whoop-de-whoop. And then for the homie not to win the title, like, yo, like that's lame. You can still build towards the triple threat match, yes, with Cody retaining. I get it. I understand that. That's fine. You still can do that. But you can do that also with Gunther winning the title. Because when Randy Orton comes back, he needs to go after the WWE Championship. Simple. This needs to lead to a triple threat match at SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Randy Orton. One of the main events of SummerSlam. That's how you do it. Or if it's not the main event, in a high-profile match. I could see that match opening SummerSlam. That would be crazy. A triple threat match with Gunther, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton, and a triple threat for the WWE title to open SummerSlam? Come on, yo. Talk to me. It's perfect. But we'll see what happens. I really hope Gunther wins, man. I'm going to stick with my prediction. I'm going to go with Gunther. But if Cody Rhodes wins, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, I respect Cody Rhodes. I really do. It's just that his character is bland. We need a new attitude. We need a new rhythm with Cody. This babyface Captain America, goody two-shoe. We just need a new attitude. I'm not saying turn heel, but just have some fucking attitude with Cody Rhodes. Shout out to NWA. If you know, you know. Next up, let's get into Becky Lynch and Sol Ruca. Man, I'm such a big fan of Soruka. Big fan. Love her. She's incredible. She's going to be a big deal for WWE for years to come. But I wouldn't be doing my job if I'm not real with y'all. If I'm not keeping it a buck, okay? You know, listen. So I feel like Soruka, to be honest, is great, and I'm a fan, right? But her finisher, the Soul Snatcher, is great. I'm a fan of it. But there are times where she botches a lot when it comes to that move. Maybe she needs to come up with a new maneuver. Or if not a new maneuver, do the Soul Snatcher. And when you do it, it's over. Or at least come up with a quote-unquote signature replacement move. So then when that person kicks out of that, it's like, okay, fuck, all right. But then when you do the Soul Snatcher, it's over. It's done. You feel me? It's done. But WWE, listen to me. They might not want to listen. They might not even care. But I'm going to always speak my mind. I'm always going to give you guys my opinion. I'm a content creator. I'm a podcaster. And I give my opinions, all right? WWE, you need to strike while the iron is hot on Soruka right now. She's popular. She's real popular right now. You need to strike while the iron is hot. Becky Lynch does not need that women's intercontinental title. I think Soruka winning that title will do her just wonders. And it will make the championship even more prestigious. Make her the female version of Penta. Where Penta, as the IC champion, is fighting everybody. He's thugging it out. He's a fighting champion. Build Soruka to be similar like that. You feel me? Not saying Becky Lynch is not doing that. She is doing that. But I feel like just this ride of Becky being IC champion, I feel like it's ran its course, and you finally have someone that I feel Becky can feel comfortable in saying, you know what? I'm going to drop the title to this person. And I think Soruka is that person. So I would do a title changer. I'm actually going to go with Soruka. I think she is going to win. You need to strike while the iron is hot. And we can potentially see Jessica Carr getting involved, and she's the reason why Becky Lynch loses. And then maybe at SummerSlam, somewhere down the line, we get Jessica Carr going one-on-one with Becky Lynch. Maybe it happens at SummerSlam. Maybe not, but we'll see. But I do see that match happening in the near future, though. They have to, in that proper section of the story, with Lynch and Carr. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, you need to strike while the iron is hot with Soruka, and I would have her win the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Let's get into another match that is on the card, y'all. Let's get into Brock Lesnar and Obafemi. I'm going to make this quick, okay? I know people are afraid. I know people are very afraid that Brock Lesnar is going to win this match. If Brock Lesnar wins this match, I would not be surprised. Would I be very mad? I wouldn't be mad, but it just would be a WWE move. This is something WWE would do. Brock Lesnar needs to get his win back, quote unquote. I'm speaking in terms of WWE, how they're thinking. They're going to want a third match, y'all. Y'all got to understand that. They are going to want a third match. So Brock Lesnar needs to win this match. And his retirement, quote unquote, match at SummerSlam is against Obafemi. And Obafemi is the person that retires Brock Lesnar. Even though that's kind of what it looked like at WrestleMania, but apparently not. I'm going with Brock Lesnar. That's my prediction. And I think we're going to get a third match at SummerSlam. Maybe a stipulation of sorts. And that's when Brock Lesnar retires with losing and passing the torch of the Beast Incarnate persona to Obafemi. My prediction is Brock Lesnar. I know y'all didn't want to hear that, but it is what it is. Final match on the card, man. Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. Oh boy, this is interesting. So my proposed plan, my creative idea for SummerSlam was Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the Women's Championship at SummerSlam. This feud has been fine. It's been fine. I'm going to now turn this section of the podcast into me speaking directly to this individual. I'm talking about Jade Cargill. I feel like Jade Cargill, you are improving. You are getting better. I do see the progression. WWE wants to make you into a very big deal. Deservedly so. You have the look. Nobody can take that away from you. Do I feel like you've gotten better in the ring? Yes, I do. To a higher extent? No. But you have gotten better. Your match with Rhea Ripley was not bad at WrestleMania. It wasn't. This one, though, you really need to show up and show out. Straight up. You got to show up and show out. Y'all going to put in the work. And I'm going to cheer for y'all. But you got to show out with this match. This match needs to go long. I'm sorry. This match needs to go long. If I'm Triple H, I'm putting pressure on Jade Cargill. I'm looking Jade Cargill dead in the eye. And I'm saying we're going to take you into deep waters with Rhea Ripley. Because we know Rhea Ripley can go in deep waters. We know that. She's had instant classics all over the place. We need that instant classic with Jade Cargill. We have not received that yet. I thought it was going to be with Bianca Belair, but B's out. If you cannot have a phenomenal match with Rhea Ripley, you need some serious evaluation. I'm taking this match into deep waters. And like I said, if I'm Triple H, I'm letting Jade Cargill know right now off the rip. You better deliver. Win, lose, whatever. You better deliver in terms of performance. Now, again, I would do Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky at SummerSlam. That would be my plan. I don't know what WWE is going to do here. I really don't. Because Rhea Ripley is essentially on SmackDown. I think we need to end this feud, though. It's dragged on a little too long. We need something new. If Jade Cargill wins this match, I feel it's going to continue. But if Rhea Ripley wins, we're going to end that. I don't know where WWE is going to go. This is the one match that is a toss-up. This is the one match that is a big toss-up. A part of me wants to say Rhea Ripley. She's going to retain, and we're going to keep it pushing. It's over. Who's next up? Another part of me is saying Jade Cargill, and I'm only saying that because she's got the baddies and Mia Yim and BFAP. They can help Jade Cargill win the match. And if they do, this is going to continue. And if it does continue, then these two better be in a stipulation of sorts. Hell in a Cell, Steel Cage, I Quit. Something. If this is going to continue. We've been through the back and forth, title for title, hot potato. We've been through this. So I can see this happening here and Jade Cargill winning this match. But my prediction is Rhea Ripley. I think they're going to keep the title on Rhea Ripley. And Jade Cargill is going to have to do something else. What that something else is, I have no idea. I don't know. Now, what would Rhea Ripley do after this? Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea. So, it's WWE and its women. They got to figure things out. I will be dropping. See, no. Hold on. Time out. Time out. You know, we got JC Jane. So this is a little confident in me, even more saying Rhea Ripley. I completely forgot Fatal Influence. Rhea Ripley can retain and move to JC Jane. I love JC Jane, by the way. I'm a big fan of her. The future for her is very, very bright. Big fan of JC Jane. We can get JC Jane in a feud with Rhea Ripley for the Women's Championship. Now, what does happen to Jade Cargill? I have no idea. You can do a storyline of Jade Cargill reflecting on what happened to her, her downfall, what's going on with her. I don't know. But I'm going with Rhea Ripley regardless. Now more than ever with JC Jane, I'm definitely going with Rhea Ripley. But I would not be surprised if Jade Cargill wins this match. And if she does win this match, I would love for Jade Cargill to win clean and beat Rhea Ripley straight up. I really would. But if Jade Cargill wins, y'all know she's going to win because of Mia Yim and B-Fab, though. We'll see. We'll see, man. This was a in-depth of previewing predictions. It's been a minute, but we back. The consistency is back, y'all. I will be dropping another video later this week. And we're going to get raw, uncut, uncensored, bruh. Regarding the state of women's wrestling. I'm going to talk about everything. I'm going to talk about the up-and-comers. I'm talking all that. Y'all going to really hear some truth bombs being thrown regarding women's wrestling in WWE. Why I feel it's taken a back seat. And why I honestly feel it's in a bad place. And how to fix it. We're talking championships. We're talking storylines. We're talking everything. So stay tuned to that. That's going to be dropping later this week. I got y'all. 2 videos dropping this week. We got this one. And then later this week, we're going to be dropping my thoughts on women's wrestling, where everything goes. How does Bianca Belair play a factor in this? Naomi, we're going to get into all that. So be sure to tap in. Show support. Spread the word of the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Word of mouth goes a long way, y'all. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/JTTakeover. And continue to just show me love, man. Just show me love, man. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm on social media at JT Takeover. I'm on Instagram at The Wrestling Takeover. I'm on TikTok at JT Takeover. And again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. The best audio content, podcaster, content creator, whatever you want to call it, in the game when it comes to talking WWE. I'll see y'all later this week for another video regarding the women of WWE.